Capricorn, welcome to your Celtic Cross reading. I hope you're well. I hope you are fabulous. I decided to go ahead and read out of order today because I realized I never read for you in the morning when I really have my coffee and Christina energy. So I thought let's switch it up a bit, yeah? So you're first up today, actually. What's going on, please? Show me what I need to see for that Capricorn energy. What's going on for Capricorn? We're going to start with an overview and then we will build your baseline. Show me what I need to see, please. This is, I believe, the Psychic Tarot Oracle, I believe. What's going on, please? Show me, Capricorn. What's going on for Capricorn, please? It's oddly quiet in the neighborhood today, which runs contrary to what I experience, as it's beautiful. It's beautiful outside today, so I'm wondering where all the lawnmowers are. I'm sure they're coming. Firm foundation, yes. Some of you are in that process of, and this is so very you, and that's so funny. Didn't I say that? If you watched your intimate tarot reading a couple weeks ago, you'll know what I'm talking about. I saw specifically a Capricorn whose back was just like that. That is so fascinating to me that you pulled this for your overview. So again, this might be a continuation. But firm foundation. Okay, so for some of you, whatever that foundation means to you, very kind of what you might expect Capricorn energy is that I have something here that's important to me. It is indeed my foundation, and it doesn't matter. Mountains don't intimidate me, right? I am the goat, and I will persist. So some of you have become really strong, not just in your physical bodies, but in your environmental world, building something that is correct for you with the strength of your own conviction and hard work. And for some of you, I have to insist, that is your physical body as well, that your body is absolutely part of your foundation, okay? It's part of what makes you who you are. So it's not just your material world, as in, i.e. success in business. It's some of you are like, I'm getting back to principles of me, my personhood, my world as I know it, and I don't care what mountains I have to climb to do it, which again is very you. What is going on, please? Show me that Capricorn energy. What's going on? And congratulations if that's your back, honey. It looked good. It looked good. I am someone who also appreciates physical exercise and discipline. Let me tell you, I'm not trying to do that, but it's admirable because it does take discipline. Show me what I need to see, and I know Capricorn's all about that discipline. Now, show me what I need to see, please, for Capricorn. I do enjoy the Celtic Cross readings, as you never quite know what you're going to see. It's a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Sometimes it's a concentrated theme. I never know. What's going on, please, for Capricorn? Yes. Some of you might be in very heavy concentration modes of whatever your foundation is to you. Building something, maintaining something, working towards something, a goal, an endeavor, I don't know. But it's like, I'll climb what mountain I have to climb, which again, very you. Current situation, 9 of Cups. I told you that seems to be a thing for you right now. Focused internal energy, what it is that makes you happy, which is always a good thing. So 9 of Cups is our kind of personal pleasure systems. This is what I know to be true for me as an individual. 9 is typically singular energy. It says, I'm happy, I know it makes me happy, and when I pursue that particular happiness, I know a certain level of calm and serenity. Yes? In other words, and as I always advocate, if it feels correct to you and your energy is consistent, then that's what matters, okay? Anything that's crossing you at this time, the Chariot, moving that particular vehicle forward, wanting to be in love, possibly a rush of love coming at you. Perhaps your love is extending outwards outside of you. I don't know. But some of you feel like, you know, I'm in this place of feeling good on my own. Is it time to extend myself outwards? You know, am I ready to be in love? Do I want to be in love? With who? Or is that Chariot coming towards you? I don't know. Let's keep going. Cancerian energy does not have to be. You might have some very strong Cancer in your chart. What is hovering around you influences 3 of Cups, connecting and or reconnecting relatively soon with somebody. Uh-oh. Or it may not be uh-oh. I don't know. But it's looking like we're looking at a Capricorn today who is very much in the mindset, or rather the emotionality of love. Are you open for business, Capricorn? I'm terribly curious about why your Chariot's under the challenge position. Are you ready to be in love? Because I see you connecting with somebody. You're connecting to somebody, honey. Possibly reconnecting, and the question is, do I give my heart to this or not? Are they trying to give their heart to me? Oh, you got me intrigued, honey. Relevant past, the lovers. Oh. Sigh. Oh. Oh. Honey, this is gorgeous. I don't really see stuff like this for you. So I'm happy to, in fact, see it. Oh, I got cross watchers honing in on this one today. So take what resonates, leave it does not. Reverse energies as it applies. Always. Relevant past. Strong connection. That means something to you. Why it's in the relevant past, I could not say. It could be that you are connecting with them or reconnecting with someone of importance to you. How far that lover's energy went for you, I do not know. I just know it's there. So the lovers is a strong connection. It's a multi-layered bonding system. You know, if you've been around the channel, you've heard me say this. I understand there's several folks who are new, however, so let me take a moment to explain that. The lovers is a multi-layered bonding system. It is mental, okay? It is spiritual. It is emotional, and it is physical. It is our most rewarding connection, and typically is the most difficult for that reason. We have to earn it, okay? They have to choose us. We have to choose them, okay? Takes two. And it can be beautiful if it comes together. So I know in the relevant past there is a strong connection here to you. It seems that you will be connecting and or reconnecting with it relatively soon. Okay? Love is the question, especially if you're a Capricorn who is, from what I can tell, content. Exiting. Ace of Wands. Interesting. Near future. Six of Cups. You got a lot of connectivity today. Oh, indeed. The energy of Capricorn seems to be very much in the business of love. I want to know why your Ace of Wands is on the exit. Are you feeling disinclined towards new? And feeling more towards the connection that you're so strongly bonded to? Your strengths. You're willing to take it slow. Knight of Pentacles. Very you. I know these are rather large, so I'm not going to be able to get them all on the screen. I do my best, though. Just try to bring them up, pull them up. Okay, environment. Ace of Cups, baby. You seem to be in the business of love. It looks good on you. It looks good on you. Hopes and fears. You. That's you. Is this right for you? Is this wrong for you? Strong connections do put us in that mind. Judgment is the outcome. You will know in due course. Well, now. The Fool underline. I like this one. I like this one a lot, Capricorn. It's very romantic. It's very beautiful. It's very loving. There are elements here that suggest you want to do what is right for you, but you also feel innately called to a very strong bond. You want to know if this is correct. You seem to be eschewing concepts of new, okay? Ace of Wands is on the exit. The light of pathway. Trying something new. It is looking like it's a second chance type situation. So for any of you who find offense to that, this is not the message type for you. I am seeing a Capricorn who is strongly bonded to someone and would like to continue to be so. So again, If this bothers you, if this disturbs you, there's heavy soul bond energy here. Not once, but about, 3 times. Okay. Then there you are. That's what I'm looking at today. Capricorn. Your energy looks very primed in terms of it wants to do this. Let's make that clear. I'm looking at a Capricorn who wants to explore this. Or rather, re-explore it. Okay? You don't know ultimately if it's going to lend to you and who you are, but you want to try. You're willing to take it slow, of course. Question is, can we be in love? Are they in love with me? Am I able to be in love with them again? I don't know. It's beautiful. Let's find out. Firm foundation. Can you build a foundation with this person? Let me know if you're connecting to Virgo. These are not meant to be upside down. Of course, if they fly out that way, they fly out that way. Show me what I need to see, please. Show me this 9 of Cups, dead center reading. But no, I don't read clarifiers upside down. I don't need to. That's the point of using multiple decks. Okay. It's just easier, honestly. And it seems to confuse people less, okay, when you don't read reversals. Show me this 9 of Cups, please. Show me this 9 of Cups, please. Show me this 9 of Cups, please. For that Capricorn energy, show me 9 of Cups. Excuse me. We do have a bit of the sniffles today. Through the 5 of Cups, pain. Yes, the Fool. There it is again. Okay. Despite the pain that is here and the disappointment, you seem to be willing to reopen your heart space so long as it feels right to you. And so long as it feels right to you, Capricorn, that's all I care about, personally. You're telling me that you would like to be pleased again. Okay, in your heart spaces. You would like to feel comfortable in your heart space again. You would like to know what it is to be centered around your own particular cups. And being centered around one's own particular cups says, I need to know if this is right for me. If this will in fact please me. Okay. You're telling me yes with the Fool energy. You would like to open up towards not only your personal happiness, but to make it stronger than it was. Or wherever it is you were coming from. Okay? You're not allowing the 5 of Cups to override your sense of present-day orientation. So that's beautiful. Okay? Your spiritual energy is trying to open up beyond the scope, however, of self-fulfillment and self-pleasure. It is true that when we exit strong connections, we should always recenter to a 9 of Cups or a 9 of Pentacles, ideally a combination of both. They're both strong indicators of I'm okay with me and I'm content with me. I have healed and I'm a strong singular individual. Okay? So while you are showing me shadows of the past surrounding disappointment and love cups, okay, specifically cups that were spilled, most likely a 2, where there was an emotional union between you and someone else. Okay? You're still willing to open back up to being happy, positive in your own right, optimistic about your feelings, and optimistic about love, which is beautiful. And I like that very much. Okay. There is an energy here, 8 of Pentacles, that puts you in mind of trying to rebuild again. Now, if you're not familiar with the Earth energy, cross watchers, especially if you have no Earth in your chart like I do, okay, which means you have to study the Earth energy that much more, that when we know when Earth is happy, Earth invests. And the more Earth is happy with their investment, the more of their positive emotions go into it. It's kind of like a all the eggs in one basket type situation, okay? So that's why it's critical for Earth to understand what is worth investing in versus what is not, okay? So when Earth has a very strong orientation of self, okay, they invest into that which makes them happy. I'm looking at a Capricorn that understands that despite disappointment in love, they themselves are still worthy of investing in, continuing on in their life, and understand what makes them happy. Part of what making this Capricorn happy is the idea of possibly being in love again. Okay? They are open to it and thus working on it. And as they continue to work in these feelings and to overcome disappointments of the past, the stronger the inclination is becoming. That is part of the Nine of Cups, is knowing thyself and where we want our energy to move forward. The Capricorn I'm looking at says, I want my energy to move forward in positive ways. I will not drown from the fives of the past, be it in the general vague sense or tied to someone specifically. So again, very good goals here, healthy Capricorn energy. I'm very happy with it. The Chariot's crossing you. But to be in love again, that can be a scary proposition. Especially when we know we are so strongly tied to a connection, to a person. Now, it does not have to be, but I'm obligated to call these things out. So we have Gemini, we have fellow Capricorn energy, we have some Cancer energy here that may or may not mean anything to you on the split. There's Gemini again. Okay, again, does not have to be. For some of you, just more confirmation, as if we already didn't need it, of that spiritual connectivity. Show me the Chariot, please, crossing. Show me the Chariot, please, crossing. Show me the Chariot, please. That is crossing Capricorn. Show me the Chariot, please. Show me that Chariot, please. Very healthy, very goal-driven. A healthy Capricorn, yes. Chariot for the Chariot. Four Cups. Yep, there it is again. Ten of Swords in reverse. You are being reapproached by someone who loves you very much. They are disappointed. And that's why it's crossing you. What happened? I don't know. That's between you and whomever it is that you identify this with, and that's if it resonates. If not, don't take it. It's that simple. Hopefully you'll stick around. There might still be something in here for you. And this one's kind of specific today. Okay? As you continue to work on yourself and invest in the foundation that is you, literally your life, okay? Part of that investment is understanding you'd like to be in love again. You would. I don't know that it was necessarily meant or aimed towards this person who surrounds you, but they in fact do surround you substantially. Okay. If it's not in the real world, then it's energetically quite strong. Okay. We have some, again, very strong soul bond energy here. Someone is presenting their Chariot to you. This is our best emotional vehicle that moves forward very swiftly. They have been unhappy. They don't want it to be over. Ten of Swords is in reverse. I will go ahead and accept that one because it kind of speaks strongly to what's going on. Your Chariot crosses you the challenge. You don't know if you can put yourself in that position, at least with this particular person again. So I don't know who it is that's reapproaching you. I will try to do a time check. They might have tried to reintroduce their energy around Cancer season, which wasn't too long ago. Let's just call it July. Or they will relatively soon. Because this does seem to be some very current, upfront connectivity that seems to be happening now. Okay. They are trying to put themselves forward because they don't want it to be over. They're telling me that they're not happy with how things ended or went down, and they don't want it to be. They're telling me, Christina, still have very strong feelings for Capricorn. You don't quite know how to receive this. You do know that you are priming your energy to find someone. Let's just make that clear. It's not incidental. You're literally working on your happiness, and part of that is opening back up to the Fool's journey and trying again in love. I'm looking at a Capricorn who went through a sort of recovery process. You're strong, you're doing well, you have optimism, you have goals. Very healthy Capricorn energy. One of those goals is to be in love again. And your energy is Christina, I don't know if it's necessarily with this person. It's been marked by an ending. They don't want it to be, or there, I don't know how much time has passed. I really can't tell. I cannot tell if it's a fresh thing or if it's an old thing. I really don't know. That's the thing about old soul bond energy. Time kind of becomes irrelevant. So it doesn't really matter when this happened. I just know they want to come out of it because they still have love for you. They say it's not over. And you're telling me you don't know. That you are open to love, but you don't know if you can be with this person again. It might have been a commitment that broke. Okay? Someone here is asking for connectivity. 3 cups. If it hasn't happened yet, it will soon. Okay? 3 cups. Unseen influences. It's hovering. It's coming in. And again, it could literally be Cancer. There's heavy Cancerian energy here. Aries. For some of you, you are each other's divine equals, as the Emperor and Empress are both here on the split. 3 cups. Come on now. Show me this 3 cups, please. It's interesting. I would prefer to see something like this in yours and theirs, but there's a distinct yours and there's a distinct theirs. But again, mind you, this is still Celtic cross. 3 cups, Knight of Swords, the Ace of Swords, the Hermit. Someone here is distinctly telling me it's either you or them that I'm ready to talk. I've healed. Again, I don't know how much time has passed. I really couldn't say. The Hermit has the implication of time. The Knight of Swords, however, runs contrary to that. So, when you two broke, I don't know. There is a discussion relatively soon, and I mean very soon, all right, about reconnecting, at least on the simplest of ways. You're both telling me or willing to demonstrate that you have healed in your own respective ways. Kind of wiser for wear, okay? It's swift. It's swift. It's a very swift connection. It's coming up soon, okay? And there will be truths discussed. Ace of Swords. You both act without hesitation. Let's make that clear. You both act without hesitation. So that tells me, well, you might be showing me hesitancy about being in love again with this person. You also react in a way that says, I want to see you. Okay? They do too. You both have stuff to talk about. Specifically, your healing elements. Okay? You both have truths to exchange. So, it's telling me the connection or reconnection is happening soon, but under the premise that time has passed with the Hermit. Alright? And you both will speak plainly, Ace of Swords, about your respective truths and healings and exchanging thoughts, memories, what you've learned, particularly what you've learned with the Ace of Swords. Wow. Are we switching? Briefly. The Lovers and the relevant past. Again, strong connection. Show me the Lovers, please. Show me the Lovers, please, and the relevant past. Show me the Lovers, please. Show me the Lovers, please, and the relevant past. When the message occurs, I don't know. Or by who I rather prompts it, I could not say. 7 of Pentacles, but they always stayed with you. In the High Priestess, your intuition, 2 of Wands. You two might have maintained whatever this was. The reason you two kind of stayed connected, even if it was a low-functioning way, is because you both felt intuitively how strong the connection was. It's not an accusation, it just is. It's one of those things, honey. With the relevant past, whatever went down between you two, regardless, you managed to keep some sort of low-level contact, and here's the time I'm looking for. So it's looking like there was some sort of break between you two. Time has passed. You're both exchanging thoughts and ideas about what went down, what you've learned, etc. And intuitively, even through the smallest forms of communication, you both understood without actually speaking how strong the connection is to the both of you, okay, on multiple points of levels and layers and things like that. And that's why, you know, honey, this person's always kind of been in your energy for one reason or another, and you two kind of have an acceptable peace between you two in terms of that exchange. Like, you're both aware of it to some extent, and it may not have been much. It might have been some very simple forms of on and off connectivity, such as we experience with communication, but it was enough that made you both feel intuitively still the connection, no matter how much time has passed, or where it was cut off, or where it didn't develop, specifically with that Seven of Pentacles. It's like there is some real energy here that suggests, in the smallest of ways, in the physical world, you two maintained a peaceful sort of connection because you can both still kind of feel each other in that way. It's kind of like a long-standing energy. You two have a way of connecting, even if it doesn't always make sense on the surface. And it's kind of like, it's over, but we can still get on. Because the bigger parts of the both of you understood the connection and how far it went. Even if you couldn't exactly quantify it, you know, you could feel it in terms of its quality. Even if you didn't say have the numbers of the relationship to back it up. You know, that thing, that kind of thing. It's a very unique experience, the Lovers is, when you're so soul bonded like you two are. To anyone else on the outside looking in, it wouldn't make sense to them. Okay, but it does make sense to the two people who are in it. You two have some catching up to do. I'm not gonna lie, you're kind of excited. Some of you, however, are looking for justification. I can't say that that's not true. The only thing I'm missing here is justice in this respect. With the Knight of Swords and the Ace of Swords, truths are being expressed, but they're being done so in a calm, contemplative, this is what I have learned energy. So when you two reconnect, somebody does want a truth, but it's being heard and or delivered in such a way that please know it's coming from a place of respect and contemplation, of healing, for either you, them, or the both of you. Someone does rush in wanting an explanation. But it has the validity and the wisdom of the Hermit. So in other words, what I'm looking at is the truth that I, as a tarot reader, am trusting from that viewpoint. I don't see anything malicious. I don't. But I think you know that, Capricorn, given the relevant past and whom this person is to you. The way you two have always kind of stayed connected, even if it was on the shallows. For some of you, that's an important song, Shallow. Lady Gaga and something Cooper. I'm horrible with names. So even if you two had an ongoing shallow surface level of communication, you both intuitively felt that it ran deeper than that, and so it does. I'm very excited for this part. Excited in a way that suggests, I feel like, Capricorn, there's something here you've always wanted to know about this person or the situation, or something that they've always wanted to know. The fact that you two kept a sort of respectful distance and peace between you two. You were doing your thing. They were doing their thing. You both had lessons to learn in between. But it was on the surface, shallow. The connection felt much deeper than what you were expressing, the both of you. And there's a reason you're rushing in or they're rushing in. It's because there's something here one or both of you always wanted to know. And it's kind of like, I can't wait to tell them what I learned in a real deep way, and the other way around. I do get caught up in energies like this because it's very beautiful, and things kind of unravel to me in a story, and this is definitely a story. I hope the truths that are exchanged here are good, and that you discover what it is that you've always wanted to know, or you reveal to them the things that you have learned. I do believe, however, it's an exchange. What you've learned, what they've learned. Of course, I do see part of your conversation as being committed to the self, that you're going places, that you're doing things, right? Ace of Wands, exiting. Some of the Ace of Wands, please. Some of the Ace of Wands, please. Oh, you hold on, Judgment. I'll get to you. You just chill out. Ace of Wands, please. Yes, I talk to the cards. Well, I don't talk to the cards so much as I talk to Spirit. Ace of Wands is the Nine of Swords. Nine of Pentacles. How interesting. And the Ace of Swords. Oh, my, my, my. That's interesting. What is exiting from your life is the stress of you having to find you. You're much more acquainted with it now. And that's one of your truths that you will be expressing. That it's been hard for you to start over. And when you thought of it that way in relationships, it turned you off. Okay, in that sense of pursuit. When you stopped thinking of relationships in terms of, I gotta move myself forward, okay, and find someone new or start over with the Ace of Wands, that energy irritated you. And it made you feel trapped. I don't know why it's coming across that way, but it does. The idea of starting a new relationship, Ace of Wands, a new pathway being turned on, finding something, someone new. The idea turned you off, it chafed you, and it kind of put your energy down in a way that caused you stress and anxiety. Okay, and that's one of the truths that you've learned and will likely express to this person to some extent. I couldn't find someone new right away, and I didn't want to. I know that being a Nine of Pentacles, Nine of Cups, as we discussed, and then also the Nine of Swords, the idea of doing that stressed me out, so I shut it down. I shut it down. So instead of me focusing on my own sense of strength of validity in terms of what I can see in the material world and having someone with me or by my side that constitutes happiness, I actually understood that happiness means going within and being comfortable with myself. And that's one of the things you're going to express, and I don't know why that's such an important point for you, but it is coming across that way. It's more like it's not enough to just work for me or to pursue something or love just for the sake of it. That didn't work for me, and I know that about myself. So I kind of shut that down. That pressure. The pressure, is that what that was? You felt pressure to not be single, or you felt pressure to put your energy into someone new. And you might have done that for a while, but it chafed. It didn't feel right. Nothing felt, it just didn't fit right. So when you took that same energy into a Nine of Cups and focused on your own personal happiness and pleasure, that's when you could start to exude your natural pentacle energy again. In other words, rebuild into yourself, right? And I agree, there's something to that. There is something to that. There is something to that. When you find yourself single after what looks like a substantial relationship, and there's this pressure, right, to put yourself back out there. That you should be coupled up with someone. Capricorn, you should be with someone. Don't let all this go to waste. You know, yeah, well, you know that. You know you're strong, you're independent, okay, that you have a lot going on. That doesn't necessarily mean you need to run out there and find a sidecar to your motorcycle, right? Sometimes you need to ride your motorcycle solo, all right? And there's something in this that when you were able to take your energy out of this, well, I'm a strong, independent Capricorn and I'm going to gravitate towards the new. When you took that pressure off of yourself, your energy immediately relaxed. And you could get back to working on what was important to you. And it was that emotional. Okay. In the emotional level, it allowed you to actually open up more spiritually than you had before. So I don't know why that's so important, but it's something that you are telling this person whom you're connecting with. It's kind of like... nothing fit right or felt natural after us. Something like that. Or it could be them telling this to you. I don't know. Reverse energies. Somebody's telling the other person, nothing I tried fit right or felt right after us. Somebody's saying it. I'm defaulting to you, but it could just as easily be them. It's one of the imperative truths and one of the things that we had to learn the hard way. After us, nothing felt right. I tried to put myself back there under new, and I was stressed out and unhappy. This is one of my truths, and I'm telling it to you with honest vulnerability, is what somebody's saying. Okay? Okay, in the near future, 6 of Cups, yes. No kidding. I couldn't tell. 6 of Cups, let's keep going. I can get lost in this kind of, this is amazing. This is a real honest conversation between two people. And I respect this and admire it very much. Everybody, Capricorn, all the time in readings, they want stuff like this to happen. And there's a lot of bullshit readers on YouTube that will tell you, oh, they're going to come back around and tell you everything you want to hear. This isn't like that. This is an honest reconnectivity with someone whom you care about and you are closely, strongly soul bonded to, and they you. And you're going to have a real conversation after how many months or years where you two were just kind of on the surface, talking maybe a little bit here and there, but still strongly bonded. So while you'll be meeting soon, and I mean very soon, it's done so with the wisdom of lessons learned. There's no harshness, there's no anger. I'm sure we'll see some frustrations, but other than that, it's quite lovely. Six of Cups in the near future, please. Excuse me. 5 of Pentacles, Judgments, comeback call, baby. In case we didn't figure that out by now. Yeah, and there's the stress. There's the stress. That's what I was looking for. That's in fact what I was waiting for. It's a natural bridge, Capricorn, of stress. I understand. You still have trust issues surrounding the break. I don't blame you. Somebody has trust issues. Okay. Yes, and that you showed me that on your opening. Okay. While you weren't, you tried connecting with new people and it didn't feel right, right? Nothing felt right since this connection broke or ended. They are trying to reintroduce their energy. They say that they are not happy with the ending and they want to reverse that. Their chariot's coming towards you. Your chariot was on the sideways. It's a blockage. You don't know if it's safe for you to be in love with this person again. Yes, you are willing to meet with them. Yes, you are willing to have an open and honest conversation about what went down and why. You are very much aptly ready with a lot of apt energy to hear what they have to say. The reasoning, the logic, the justification. Okay, what we have learned, and then more importantly, how we have healed. Okay? You want to, otherwise you wouldn't be doing it. So let's make that clear. All right? It's a lot like Scorpio energy in that way. They didn't want to do it, they won't. It's that simple. You have that same sort of disposition. If you didn't want to do it, you wouldn't. End of story. But that doesn't necessarily mean you're rushing to be in love with this person again. I understand. So the 6 of Cups here in your near future, expect conflict between your mind, your experience, and the spirituality of this connection being what it is. You still have distrust issues around the 5 of Pentacles, abandonment or the breakage. Perhaps you feel they abandoned you. You know, if it's such a strong connection, Christina, how could they abandon it? Because, like I said in the opening, the lovers is the most complicated. You have to earn each other. Sometimes we have to break away, learn our own shit separately as individuals, and if we are so lucky, we come back and we learn some things. There will be proof of learning here. Their side, your side. Okay? I just know that you are very eager to hear them out. But yes, I would say, respectively, Capricorn, realistically, because real tarot reflects real life, that is my motto to this channel, expect trust issues. There are real trust issues here. Somebody accuses the other person of abandonment despite the strength of connectivity. The Six of Cups and Judgment. I don't know if I can give this another chance, Christina. I know that you want to be in love again. You just didn't know if you could be necessarily again with this person. But you also find it difficult to gravitate towards new because that doesn't fit right either. I would say, Capricorn, honey, just trust your instinct. And if you are well and truly so connected to this person, as your energy suggests that it is, okay, and that you two have been able to maintain a kind of shallow but easy, I mean shallow is a negative, but surface, let's just call it surface, that you two have been able to maintain a surface level connection, understanding there was something deeper between you two. Even if all you did was talk up here, your current between you two was like this, much deeper. Okay? Trust yourself moving forward, which makes perfect sense to me because I see you doing exactly that. Under your strengths is the Knight of Pentacles, literally taking things slow because you're telling me you're not convinced. It would be hard for you to open yourself back up to this person, and yet it's kind of like you want to be convinced. It is in a way. You don't know if you can trust yourself. You don't know if you can trust them. If we broke once, we can break again, right? Okay. In other words, it's not conclusive yet. I just see you continuing to connect with this person in small, simple ways. The Knight of Pentacles is strength. The Knight of Pentacles is strength. It's going to require deep consideration. It's your outcome as well as judgment. The Knight of Pentacles is your strength. A High Priestess, trust your, I already told you this, trust your intuition. It's already here. So while your mental engagement might be distrust, okay, specifically if I give this a second chance, will I also open myself up to a second chance of abandonment? Or they might be thinking something similar. So as you move forward, trust your guidance as the High Priestess, not once here, but not here, but once, but twice. Okay? Trust that process. Go slow. This is correct. You feel it. Like I said, I believe you're a Capricorn who is considering this connection heavily, but not without appropriate level of fear, distrust. But also, again, if you didn't want to, you wouldn't. End of story. So I know you want to. You do want to be in love again. And perhaps, I think a part of you, Capricorn, if you're being honest, would like to be in love with this person again. But there's trust here that needs to be worked out. Fear of abandonment specifically. Again, if it happened once, it can happen again. So by all means, hear what they have to say, but I do believe you're a Capricorn who's looking for steady proof of the conditions and the feelings being correct and the energy being on point and moving in a particular direction. I understand. You see, that's what I told you. You're looking for proof because you have doubts here and uncertainty. Honey, something either feels right or it doesn't. I know that your core energy, as we started mapping it out, was correct. I saw the sadness behind your heart, and I know who it's tied to now. Okay? They're coming back. They don't want it to be over. They're still in love with you. And whatever you two were able to hang out on the surface is no longer content for this person. They still remain connected to you despite all this. So when I'm telling you, you're rushing in to hear this person's truth, or they're rushing in to tell you their truth, that's exactly what that means, because you want to hear it. I don't think you ever stopped loving this person, but that doesn't mean you want to be hurt by them again either, does it? Stands to reason. Trust your intuition. Move things slow. You know this. Oh, excuse me. Your environment is the Ace of Cups. Yes, I can see you've been working on your heart. That's literally how you opened up. Told you. Cross watchers. Little lesson about that earth energy. Some of the Ace of Cups, please. You've been working on your heart space. Plain and simple. Show me the Ace of Cups, please. Show me the Ace of Cups. For Capricorn's heart space, the environment is that you want it to be loving, trusting, and if you're going to allow your waters to overflow, you want to know that those waters will be treated with respect. Yes? It takes a lot of trust and vulnerability for that heart space to become so big you can share your cup with someone else, because that implies vulnerability. And I know that that's one of the things you were mourning in the past, was that the 2 that were knocked out from the 5 was one of the cups you shared with this person. So I'm glad that your heart space is in a better place. And you're trying to reinvest in exactly that. I told you, you're a Capricorn who's interested in being in love again. Okay. And one of your choices is actually this person. You tried new, and for some reason it chafed you. Didn't fit. Or is their truth? Whichever way you want to put it. 3 of Swords. So this is what we've been working on. Overcoming the pain of the heart so we can get back into a trusting, loving pace and place. So that's what part of this is. Go slow. Because you don't know. You don't know if you have the heart space for this again. You don't know if you have the heart space for this person again. That's all I'm saying. And I'm telling you, Capricorn, that's perfectly normal. And I wouldn't expect anything less. You know? Some of us have to work for our rainbows and butterflies. Very rarely is anything just handed to us. And even then, me being a triple Scorpio, I wouldn't trust it if it did. Anything, oh, well, that's just too damn easy. No, we can't have that. No. If it's not complicated, it's not legit. Trust yourself. I think you're more capable than you know. And I think you've made more advances, okay, in your healing than you may understand. And it puts you in a vulnerable space. Let's just make that clear. This person reapproaching you as they are puts you in a vulnerable place. It provokes the old fears. But damn, it also provokes all that sense of connectivity compared to everyone else who hasn't fit right since. You know? I get it. I do. Hopes and fears, you. Are you making the best possible decision? Is this a spiritually guided connection? I believe so. It's marked several times that way. So I'm defaulting to judgment here as your call. Slow, steady pace, follow your feeling, you'll be fine. If this is something that you truly cannot trust yourself to be in love with again, without provoking old wounds and abandonment issues, then it's not for you. Not anymore. If you cannot give your heart to this person or situation without hang-up, issue, or trepidation, or fear of getting hurt, then it's not for you. At least not right now. Okay? At least not right now. But let's see. The Devil. Show me the Devil, please. Sometimes it's not that it's not ever. Sometimes it's just not right now. You know? And I have to impress that upon people, especially when you have this kind of old soul energy like this. You know? Earning is no easy thing. 6 of Pentacles, there you are, doing what you do. Okay? Insisting upon the balance in a way that's manageable to you. Alright? Again, proof. 5 of Wands, Discord, Knight of Cups. You're struggling, baby. I see you trying. I see you trying. Let's call it for what it is, honey. You're trying to give this person your romantic energies. You're struggling. Literally the translation here is as you balance with this person to find that proof, because it's almost like you want them to win. It's almost like you want them to win and that you can overcome your trust issues with this person and fear of abandonment, because you do. You do. You know where that comes from, right? Love. I think you want them to win. I think you want them to give you kind of steady, opportune proof that if I give you these opportunities to balance up, can you continue to demonstrate to me that you are someone who is safe and I can put my feelings into? Can you do that? Please do that. I want you to succeed, because if you're being honest with yourself, honey, part of you wants them to succeed. That means a part of you wants you to succeed too. to overcome your fears and that god-awful sense they could hurt me again. So that's something you need to continue to work through. There you are, literally struggling, 5 of Wands, to be vulnerable, Knight of Cups. So Knight of Cups isn't just about, oh, romance. Oh. Is he that? Yes, of course. Beautiful energy. The Knight of Cups is our lovely romantic expression. The special looks. Dinner by candlelight. Sharing those little intimate things about ourselves. Building memories through emotionality. Vulnerability. You can't share those emotional moments without being vulnerable. Looking at that person in just a certain way and allowing them to look at you in that way. It's different from the Knight of Wands. It's not the same thing, not by far. Knight of Wands is getting his flirt on. The Knight of Cups says, I'm trying to extend that energy to you in that way. You're struggling with it, but you also want to. So, point is, can you trust yourself to evaluate the situation correctly and give to it just so? Because I see you, baby. Your heart wants to win. And I believe your heart wants them to win too. In other words, you're working through it. Because I believe you two want to win for each other. Judgment, lay it on me. Which one, please? I think I actually need both here. Show me Judgment as the potential outcome. Some of you, it's connecting to an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. A lot of air energy here today. Does not have to be. It's not exclusive. I also saw a great deal of Cancer energy too. Fellow Capricorn. A little bit of Virgo here. What am I supposed to see, please, for Judgment? Empress. Justice, Libra energy. Heavy Libra here. 6 of Wands. You two will find a beautiful balance. I'm happy to report. You will feel good with each other again, if not more so in the future than you ever did in the past. You two will actually become more relevant to each other in the real world, not just the spiritual one, for which you two, up until this point, has been 70% of your connection, roughly. The mental connectivity, emotional connectivity, spiritual connectivity, real world. I saw the break. They want to come out of it, as we've talked about. The success of this reconnection will come down to truths, yours and theirs, what you have learned, how no one has fit right since this connection, that you only started to become happy again when you focus on your pleasures and not so much your standing in the material world, when you focus less on what other people were telling you or you perceived was your pathway. When you two have all this exchange of everything we talked about, and you show me the shaky entry. So here's where you're coming from. Here's the bridge into your future, okay? Your bridge is called near future. And on that baseline is the 6 of Cups. There they are again. Soul bond energy. Can't say they're not. Judgment, reconsideration. Again, can you trust it? 5 of Swords, 5 of Pentacles. Well, they just hurt me again. And that's a theme that comes up over and over again. I have pain in my heart, but I also have a heart. Specifically, I have a heart for them. And if I'm being honest with myself, I want them to try. Slow and steady. As they continue to give you proof, and you open up more and more, despite the struggle, you become more inclined to be vulnerable and romantic with this person, not less. So trust your process. You're here. Your future orientation is Judgment. You two will become more significant to each other in future than you were before. That is the calling here. So we have the Empress, Justice, and the Six of Wands. That's beautiful. The confidence is here, and more to the point, honey, it's balanced. It's reciprocated. Mutual respect of each other. That's the literal translation. You're both highly productive and secure. The Empress wouldn't be here with Justice unless you both felt secure and shared in your energies that feel good and mutual to you both. It's loving, it's respectful, and it's much more balanced in the real world. If you allow yourself to receive the proofs you're looking for. You know, honey, I'm just astonished how many people connect, or rather reconnect with people looking for proof that the other person has changed. They supply said proof and the other person still refuses to believe them. That comes from within. That person's distrust of the other is so high that even if the other person has changed, they refuse to see the change. So they pull their energy back, say it's a failure. Well, I tried to give it a second chance. Not really. People don't really always give the other person a second chance because they're always looking for the negative, and thus they will find it. And not focus on the positive. When somebody's really trying to demonstrate to you, not just through word but through deed, that they want to open back up into love with you. Do you have it in you to disregard the distrust and the fear of abandonment so you can actually see the proof that's being laid out before you? I do believe I'm looking at the Capricorn who's not only looking for proof, they want the proof from the other person, they're encouraging the proof, and they're trying to combat their own fears of being hurt simultaneously. And in so doing, you two are actually quite more significant to each other in future than you ever were in the past. I see something quite solid for you in your outcome. There's something I was supposed to see here as well. What is this, please? What is it I'm supposed to see in here? This did not feel like an hour reading. It did not. Oh, goodness me. I can get so lost in these sometimes. Honestly, the 90 minutes, my 90-minute readings mean nothing to me. Because when I'm in it, and time is irrelevant. Six of Wands, there it is again. Communication, Eight of Wands, Seven of Swords, the Hierophant energy. As you two continue to communicate and feel better, the stronger your sense of commitment comes out. Somebody's sense of commitment comes out and overrides the shadows of fears and doubts, exactly as we were discussing. Thank you, Spirit. Yes. As I was just saying in the outcome, that's exactly the process. But more than word than deed. So as we continue to communicate, you both feel good about each other, and it really, literally, in a real sense, eradicates the doubts that you've had, and you can find yourself committing more and more to this. With Justice here in the Hierophant, oh, it's a done deal. And by that I don't mean necessarily marriage. We can't literally translate the Hierophant into marriage. It means what it is we step up to or decline from, because he represents commitment, yes or no. I can step up to this, and my fears are no more. And I will not allow them to haunt me or dictate my present love energy with this person based on fears of the past. Okay? I don't know who hurt who. You likely hurt each other to some extent. Point is, I'm seeing two people who want to work their shit out because they understand the greater extent of the thing is for them, not against them. So yes, your sense of commitment, as in this is correct for me, that's what I'm saying. And your confidence is on point, your fire is on point. The Ace of Wands that you have declined in your past when you tried to gravitate towards new pathways and you shut it down because you couldn't find it, you couldn't see yourself in it. Your fire is now here in a positive way that says, I got this. Okay? I can commit more of myself to this. And it eradicates or erases my doubts. This is beautiful. Let's jump into this card real quick. I don't want to stay in here too long. What is this? Island Time Wellness. That's such a weird name. Island Time Wellness. I guess. I don't know. Is there anything else in here, please, for Capricorn? Cupid's arrow, yes indeed. Have faith. Love is coming. Yes, it is. Love is coming, and it's from someone whom you already are quite bonded to. You will have hesitation. It literally says hesitation to an invitation or meeting. Yes, I see your hesitation, but I also see the meeting. And in fact, your hesitation's not that severe because somebody here very much wants to speak the truth. And it's done so in the name of love. The Golden Mirror. Let me make this clear to you. The Golden Mirror in this deck is not a good thing. A self-absorbed, I hate that word, narcissist, simply because everyone uses it like they know what it means. Nobody really knows what it means. And I mean modern terminology. You know, every now and again there's a buzzword that everyone uses for about 5 years until they find a new buzzword. And right now the buzzword is narcissist. BS. It felt like what I'm taking away from this, though, is the middle line. And this is a clue for some of you. One-sided relationship. Now let me tell you why I am dismissing right away the self-absorbed narcissist thing. First of all, I've seen no evidence towards that. Second, if that was true, if this was a narcissist, I would not say a Capricorn who was literally wanting proof from the other person that they really loved them and had changed and stepped up. Also, your outcome would not be this. A narcissist wouldn't give you this kind of outcome, honey, where you were happy and you felt equal and in equal position in each other's eyes. So that keep coming back to the equality. There's a good chance that back in the day, whoever this was to you, it might have felt like you were being left or somebody was being left in a one-sided relationship where somebody was giving more than the other, and that might be why we broke away. So we could learn these things about ourselves and come back to express what it is that we have learned. Not necessarily to get back together, but people who have shown true growth will express it. A narcissist is not going to express true growth. Never mind, a Capricorn is going to fall for it and enter a relationship with them. So no, let's take that out of the equation. I'm saying what is possibly a backstory about feeling like in a one-sided relationship. And yet the strength of your connectivity was such that you continued to remain in some sort of contact. Okay, because you could still feel it between the two of you. Okay. Nor tarot, nor spirit, or universe, God, whatever it is you would want to call it, would want you to go back to anyone who was not good for you. It defeats the purpose of learning lessons. So no. If I see, I swear, I'm going to say it anyway, so I don't know why I'm saying this, but I see one comment that says, he's a narcissist, then this isn't yours. Because what I'm seeing is a very healthy, very happy outcome, which you will not get with a true-blooded narcissist. There's no fix in that particular ship, honey. The outcome I'm seeing is a happy, healthy Capricorn who is now with somebody who better mirrors. The Golden Mirror versus the Mirror. Someone who actually mirrors their true spirituality, mirroring back on each other. Perhaps you two reflected each other's wounds in the past, and that's something you both had to break away, learn about, come back to. So let's jump into that, because I see that being the core of the lesson over here. I want to see when this reintroduction happens. Show me this 3 of Cups, please. Show me this 3 of Cups. I don't mean to go on that little tangent, honey. I'm just sick of it. I'm sick of it. I'm so sick of people firing off in the comments. He's a narcissist. I'll never take him back. This isn't your reading. This isn't your reading. Not today. Not today. And I'll tell you why. I'm looking at 2 people who want to resolve their stuff. Lessons learned the hard way. Okay? One-sided relationships happen a lot. It's the whole point of growth, is that we can see it, recognize it, own up to it so we don't repeat it. Okay? And again, a narcissist is anti-growth. They're not going to have put in that kind of work. Okay? All right. 3 of Cups. King of Wands, relatively soon. Show me when this 3 of Cups, please. The communication, the meeting. Show me the meeting, please. the 7th of any particular month. You might receive the message. You might meet on the 7th. The 6 of Pentacles. Okay, some of you the 6th, some of you the 7th. Combine that, the 13th. It's coming soon. Page of Swords, communication, the 21st, 3 of Wands. Some of you, yes, very soon. 3, I'm seeing 3 to 7 days. Very soon. The re-entry happens very soon. Particularly here in recognition of the fall. There'll be multiple points of balance. There already have been in small ways. But the more substantial one is coming in very soon, from 3 days upwards to a week. No more than 13 days. No more than 13 days. I see the communication happening right here. So let's call it 3 days to 13 days. Judgment. There it is again. Bingo. Re-entry energy. Re-entry. The 20th might be important. The 7th, like I said, the 6th, 9. Various points of connectivity here. 3, 6, 7, 9, 20, 23, 21. All within this month. So again, let's just call it 2 weeks to end of October. Towards the end of it. Okay. Any other significant time frames, please? Queen of Cups. The next water season, of course, is Scorpio season, which again matches this timeline. So we enter, yeah, I did say the 23rd. So we enter Scorpio season October 23rd. Let's see here. And then also in this deck, the Queen of Cups is in representation of the fall timeline. So it's all consistent so far. Okay. Yeah, I'm just getting repeating messages coming in. It is from that person whom we cycled out with under the guise of judgment. So again, coming back. When does this energy become more solid, please? Ooh, by next spring. Oh, my. Yes. We are looking at Taurus and Gemini season. When this becomes a lot more solid. Without hesitation. So here I see the re-entry. It's on a small level in terms of communication and reintroduction. Over here, the energy becomes much more substantial between you and them in terms of something solid, fair, balanced, loving, cohesive, and of respect, mutual respect, okay? The Empress is here twice, so that's all about respect for each other's substance. Yeah, Taurus and Gemini season, so it deepens by then. Okay. All right, let's pull some charms. Show me. Let's pull some charms, please. And this all started with you having a firm foundation for thyself. Going back to what mattered. Okay? And not trying to enter something that you don't feel comfortable with or it didn't fit you. It just added to your pressure. It added to your strain. J-O. Heart with the nurse's cap. Yes, I know that. Healing energy. The great white shark, Scorpio energy. And then also just in the general sense, keep swimming. The shark must keep swimming or they die. Just keep going. The zombie. I kind of get that feeling over here. When you were trying to possibly connect in new pathways that didn't feel right for you, it just made you feel kind of dead inside. So when you stopped operating your intimate life, okay, on that premise that I have to move forward even though you weren't feeling it, that's where you might have felt like a zombie energy. Okay, it didn't make you feel alive at all. But when you went back to what made you happy and then you started investing in yourself, okay, that's when your energy woke up. And so, of course, big heart on my finger. Yes, indeed. Big heart. 2 J's. 2 J's. O. Dear Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, and then also that sense of vulnerability. K. I love my dog pendant. I love my dog pendant, and then also the toy dog. So small pet dog for some of you. I love my, yes, I'm sure you do. Some of you might have multiple dogs or just one small one, or you just love your dog. You're a dog owner. You might have a stronger affinity towards animals, you know, that kind of thing. Okay, Capricorn, I hope this helped you. You put in the comments as you see fit. Congratulations to you and your person. Well, for recognizing it for what it is, overcoming your trust issues. Even if it was a struggle, take things slow, listen to your intuition. That will guide you more appropriately than your sense of fear ever could, right? That's not that your fear isn't reasonable, as we've touched upon. Of course your fear is reasonable, but your intuition is more helpful to you than that could be, okay? And like I said, if you really didn't want to try, and if you weren't looking for proof, and in fact, honey, it's almost like, it's kind of like you're quietly cheering them on. It's like, yes, yes, give me more proof. Give me more proof. I want you to give me more proof. And the more you can, the more I can open up to you that things are better now than they were before, or that you and I have a real shot compared to last time, or I don't know. But you want them to prove it to you. And here's the good news, is that when they deliver you proof, you're actually responding to it. So that tells me you're not just shutting it down out of fear. You're actually responding to it in a way that suggests that you both want to work towards something greater. Like I said, sometimes these kind of connections have to break away, find ourselves as people, which I know you did. And I'm sure they did to some extent too, so you can come back stronger than you were before. This is a very specific message today. Obviously, it's not going to resonate with everyone. But if it does, congratulations to you, again, for being an open-minded, but reasonable person who has something greater in mind. Okay? I can see you had to overcome trust issues with that person, but you're also not allowing yourself to be overruled by those either. Okay? That's the whole point of healing. What's the point of healing? What's the point of healing? We're saying that we healed when we actually didn't. And like I said, if Capricorn didn't want to, you wouldn't. That's it. Alright, you put in the comments as you see fit. I'll see you in a couple weeks, honey. Take care. Be well.